Hey, so hello everyone, welcome back to Oliveboard Regulatory Bodies. As you know that RBI Grade B 2024 Phase 2 exam is over. This officially ends the cycle of RBI Grade B exam 2024. And now all of you can start your journey for preparation for the RBI Grade B 2025 exam. Now it doesn't really matter that if you are a fresher student or even if you are a veteran. But this is a good opportunity to quick start your preparation at right time. The problem here is also जब वक्त निकल जाता है तब हम बोलते हैं कि राइट टाइम पे प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए था. आई शुड हैव स्टार्टेड फॉर वन ईयर एट द राइट टाइम. फुल फ्लेज 1 year I should have judiciously as well as honestly prepared. So this is the opportunity. This is the month which decides that who are the candidates who are going to be in that disciplined and determined category. So that is why it is very important. Now second thing is that we all know RBI Grade B exam, the difficulty. We have gone through exam analysis, cut-off discussion also we have done. With this we definitely understand now that RBI Grade B is completely a dynamic exam. Okay, overall the level of the exam maybe last year, last year, today that is this year, and then even in future. Just accept this that the difficulty is going to be more and more difficult. So considering all of these aspects, let us today also discuss a dynamic topic, and that is how to prepare current affairs. So the point here is that we don't only get questions from students how to prepare for current affairs, but A to Z, everything, the most confused and one of the most critical areas where so much of doubts are there, as if the doubts are also related to maybe from which sources to prepare, how much months to prepare. This current affairs is important, how to understand which current affairs is important and which is not. Even such all type of doubts do come on our platform, and that is why we have decided that let us make one comprehensive strategy, A to Z, everything about current affairs for RBI Grade B 2025. So first we will be discussing about, and we will be starting up by just the discussion, how much or why current affair is important for RBI Grade B exam. If you look at it, considering RBI Grade B exam, we all know that it is completely dynamic in nature. So we all also even expect कि आपका जो current affairs portion है that makes the RBI Grade B exam dynamic in nature. तो ये आपका exam को dynamic जरूर बना देता है. So it makes your exam dynamic in nature. That is qualitative aspect. But what about the quantity? We should know कि current affairs का share कितना है. And that also throughout the levels, that is phase 1 exam, phase 2 exam as well as phase 3. Interview में भी तो current affairs के related questions पूछते हैं. So RBI Grade B phase 1 exam, when you are looking at, 80 marks are asked out of 200, and these 80 marks are for GA, general awareness. You can break down GA into 4 important major topics. First is the national news. In this news, you can consider PIB news also as well as finance or economic news also, or finance and economic current affairs. Second is government schemes. Third is reports and indices, and fourth is general awareness static or miscellaneous topics associated to general awareness. That is, who is the author of this book, which award or award and ceremony is related, obituary is related. So these are your 4 sections. GA in phase 1 exam has 80 marks. If you consider looking at these 80 marks, this gives 40% of the mark distribution for current affairs. Now not only that, what is the cutoff for phase 1 exam? So if you take one of the cutoff marks, that is 54. So in this way, 54 out of 200 marks, you will try to understand that overall in last 5 to 6 years, you will see that the cutoff is 25 to 30% in the phase 1 exam. And your current affairs is whooping 40%. I'm not saying that you can take out of marks in current affairs, but I'm trying to tell you that see, the cutoff is 25 to 30% or even 35%, and the current affairs has a huge coverage of 40%, that is 80 marks. This shows you how much important current affairs is. If you want to clear overall cutoff, the only savior in phase 1 exam is current affairs. Now why I'm saying this? The reason here is, we all know that for quant and reasoning, आपको बस clear करना है quant and reasoning. Suppose the cutoff is 4.5, 5, 9 for reasoning. तो आपको अगर 0.1 marks से या 0.5 marks से भी अगर आप cutoff clear करते हो, that is more than enough, because those are just qualifying subjects. You cannot score high in quant and reasoning. Overall cutoff आपको अगर clear करना है तो you have to score high in two sections, English and general awareness, of which English, your time is also there. we never know when the question paper comes moderate or difficult, and also your timing is there. However you try, you cannot get in English out of out marks, okay, because timing is the main issue. Second thing, you can definitely target 20 plus marks out of 30, but if you see average score in phase 1 exam for English, it is between 15 to 22 marks. So in this way, if you look at the English, then so looking at this marks for English, now which is the main subject which can give you, and here even timing is not that important. Why? Because 80 questions are there. You can choose which of the section is important for us, for yourself. For example, are you strong in government schemes? Are you strong in finance current affairs? Are you strong in PIB news? And you can just try to solve 30, 40 marks, or maybe you can keep a target of 30 plus marks in general awareness, and very easily, irrespective of how much marks you get in quant, reasoning and English, definitely we consider here that you will be clearing the cutoff, but still you will clear the cutoff very easily if you score high, that is 30 plus marks in general awareness. That is why general awareness is not only important from the total number of marks which are there in your phase 1 exam, but also surprisingly that overall cutoff cannot be cleared without current affairs. Second, for phase 2 exam, if you look at the current affairs comes in finance, management is completely static in nature, ESI, it also comes in English descriptive, where essay, one of the essay topics could be your of current affairs related sections. So therefore in finance, if you see out of 50 marks which are given to finance in objective and descriptive questions, 25 marks definitely from the past year analysis are from finance. And then ESI, when you are looking at out of 100 marks, you will see 65 marks are from current affairs, which are again based on MCQs and descriptive. If you add this both of the marks, 25 plus 65, it is 90, but you can consider 90 to 110 marks. Why? Because in essay, even if one topic is coming from current affairs, definitely again it gives you huge advantage. So in this way, total marks, if you add up 90 to 110, if marks out of 300 are directly from current affairs, it means that 33% of the portion is from your current affairs in phase 2 exam even. So in this way, you understand that for your selection in phase 2 exam, definitely current affairs has a lion's share. And on the top of that, in interview also, they can ask you a question, what do you know about CBDC, central bank digital currency? What is e-rupee? In this way, current affairs questions are also asked in your interview. Now, this question we tried to understand that why current affairs is important. I proved you through numbers. Now, what about how many months of current affairs is asked? Now, many people say that, sir, who told that 6-month current affairs is important? And if only 6 months is important, if I prepare only for 6 months, will I clear then? Are you giving any guarantee? So for this, if you see, last year exam happened in September, August is your latest month, and then you can trace last 6 months and you can see how much marks from the current affairs have come from that month. From August, 21 marks came, from July 21, from June 13, from May 8, from April 3. So in this way, if you try to understand, exam was on September, and if you go back 6 months, then these 6 months are very, very important. And major marks are coming from your last 6 months only. But there is a problem here. Suppose any student is there and he feels that, okay, if last 6 months only current affairs is coming, I will directly prepare from March or April current affairs. But the problem here is that, always remember, to understand current affairs, second, to build that discipline and regularity, so that every day you will do current affairs without any miss of the day. For that, it is very important that you cannot shoot for 6 months only. You should be shooting for 8 months preparation. So 8 to 9 months of current affairs preparation definitely you should go for. Now, why we are doing this? It's a well thought quote which I will share with you, that if you want to shoot the sky, then you should aim for stars. Agar tum, like if you want to reach the sky, you have to shoot the stars. अगर तुम आसमान तक पहुंचना चाहते हो तो तुमको तारों तक छलांग लगानी पड़ेगी. So this is also true for here also. How? Let me explain. If current affairs is given to you, newspaper reading also you started, what is the guarantee that if you start on April and March, or maybe March or April, then what is the guarantee that in the first month only you will be well versed to understand everything? No, everything which you start as fresh, it may be even preparation of a subject. First 1 to 2 months, it requires to prepare yourself to understand the things. So your understanding is built, your discipline, regularity comes in that subject. It is not just about ki you started preparation and everything is going on the top of your head. So that should not happen, and that is why 6-month current affairs is important, but advisable is 8 to 9 months. So what happens is that you can start preparation. I will give you perfect month when to start the preparation. Start your preparation in December or January. Pick anything. Start your current affairs preparation in December or January. Now one more thing is there. Many of the students will say that, sir, shall I start it today? The earlier you start, in 1 to 2 months, the grip you get earlier on the current affairs. So if you want a good grip on current affairs, if you want to understand RBI Grade B exam, if you want to finish the syllabus as early as possible and practice as much at test, understand I showed you phase 1, phase 2, how much current affairs comes. So therefore, until and unless you finish your current affairs and the understanding about current affairs, definitely you cannot say that your preparation is complete. Also, this current affairs is not the part which you can do it at the end. क्योंकि लास्ट 6 to 8 months के करंट अफेयर्स के मैगजीन आप कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाओगे. दैट इज नथिंग बट यू आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू कन्विंस योर सेल्फ. उतना ना तो रीडिंग हो पाएगी, ना रिविजन हो पाएगी, एंड नीदर इट कैन बी रिक्रिएटेड इन एग्जाम. एंड वी ऑल नो हाउ करंट अफेयर्स क्वेश्चंस आर देयर. आई विल बी शेयरिंग नाउ overall the type of questions and topics. You will get an idea. So current affairs, when we are talking about, start it today. The more earlier you start, better it is. In 1 to 2 months it will require for. So what are the basic challenges for current affairs? First, newspaper. So identification of which are the important news. It will take 1 to 2 weeks, or maybe for some people 3 weeks, 4 weeks, to just understand which topic is important, which topic is not important. Use previous year questions, or even the YouTube platform where current affairs is easily available, to just understand which topics are important, which are not important. Then once you understand this, it is all also about coverage. What news in this important topic is important, and what news I should skip, how much I should prepare, and lastly, current affairs note making. For all these steps, so that you are not only doing current affairs. There are some people, when I ask, are you preparing for current affairs? Everybody says yes. And when I ask them, they say that, yeah, I daily read newspaper. And if I ask something, they are not able to tell. So the reason being, they don't read the current affairs just for the sake of it. Okay? You do it in such a way, in a concrete way, that it is useful for you even after 3 months. In any competitive exam, you should think in this way. जो भी मैं आज प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूँ, 3 महीने बाद मुझे याद होना चाहिए और मेरे पास नोट्स होने चाहिए. वरना प्रिपेयर ही मत करो, बेटर है, बिकॉज दैट थिंग यू विल फॉरगेट इट, एंड इट्स forgetting something is nothing but it's similar to not doing only. Okay, so suppose you prepare current affairs from this month, 1-2 months you prepare better, and after this 1-2 months, on the 3rd month you again started to revise. You will understand that most of the things you have not read only. That means you forgot. So that is why revision also becomes very important. So last 6 months are important, but definitely if you are starting today, that's the best thing. One more thing is there. What about the current affairs timetable? Many students ask this. So remember very carefully. Current affairs should be never prepared, and the plan should never be on month-to-month basis. The problem is that you will get into the well of just revision. You will never cover newspapers. This will also build a habit that newspaper is not required. Okay, and these are big factors. Today, if you want to clear RBI Grade B exam, definitely you should be dependent on 2 newspapers, 3 newspapers, and that is prerequisite. If you want to be that candidate who just don't want to clear only phase 1, if you want to literally go to the phase 3, that is still interview, then this is a prerequisite. Newspaper, it's compulsory, guys. Now the problem is that how to develop this habit, and that is why do not have plans and strategy for current affairs which is monthly. Have it weekly. Why? Because even if you miss 1 day or 1 week, it is possible to revise it and get it back done. Okay? If monthly you are talking about, first you will miss current affairs for 1 day, then for a week, then for a month, and then you never know, you will never open the book only. That is why always in a week, choose 5 days for reading the current affairs. Use 6th and 7th days only for revision. So Monday to Friday, you can just read the current affairs, understand the current affairs. Understanding is very important. Prepare the notes if you want to. Short notes are very important, especially for PIB, government schemes. Data is the backbone of the current affairs. Data in the sense, not just numbers. Concepts as well as terms. It could be anything which can be replaced by the examiner. So for first 5 for the first 5 days, Monday to Friday, you have to just read, prepare current affairs properly. 6th and 7th, that is weekends, you have to revise the current affairs. This should be your only target. If you miss one day, what you can do is that if you're not able to complete it in any of the days, directly revise it on the 6th or 7th days. Revision and reading at the same time. In this way, if any backlogs are there, this could be completed. Imagine that you miss on a complete week. So if you miss on complete week, again, on 6th and 7th, you can do a comprehensive 2 to 3 hours preparation in which you can cover 1 week completely. But don't make it a habit. Daily current affairs is the best portion to complete and to be really good at current affairs. Imagine this, that you have a fever. So doctor also tells you to take tablet every day one. He doesn't tell that take this 6 tablet और एक ही साथ खा लो करके. No, so that does not work. So that is why good current affairs कभी भी good पीना चाहिए. Next, what are the areas to focus on? Areas अगर आप देखोगे, let us look at the mark systems or overall number of questions, then we will understand. So ESI current affairs मैंने पहले ही बात की. The news when I'm talking about, it has ESI current affairs as well as finance current affairs and economic current affairs. See here, number of questions which are asked are 18 number, and that is why these two are very scoring. Try to understand, there is no guarantee that whatever scoring topics are there, they will always have questions. But they will be always in your question paper, but sometimes questions will be more from ESI current affairs, sometimes it will be more from RBI notifications, sometimes it will be more from government schemes, other time maybe government schemes only 1 to 2 question is there. So the pattern examiner has full right to change it according to the year to year. General awareness 16 questions were asked, RBI notification 19, reports 15, static 3 questions, government scheme 7, random question 1 and finance static 2 questions. This overall number of questions gives you which are the important topics for your preparation. Make sure that you definitely prepare them well. Okay. Now, you understood which topics are important. Now, let us see individually these topics. First, we will talk about RBI notification. In-depth RBI notifications do come in exam. This could be completely dependent on one source, that is your RBI website. This is RBI website. Most of them are data based, but remember, even sometimes concepts are asked. Remember, data does not essentially means only number. It could be anything. Take an example of government schemes where corpus is asked or eligibility is asked. So such statement based questions are very easy, but try to understand the overall current affairs questions will be such where a proper concrete data is given and replacement or maybe substitution of that data is done. You have to find out that statement is right or wrong. RBI notifications are important, annual report is important, financial inclusion index and financial stability report. These reports are very, very important. You can also prepare report on currency and finance, but these 3 notifications, annual report, financial inclusion and financial stability, these are very, very important. ये करना मतलब करना है. Government schemes की अगर मैं बात करूँ, again these are fact based only. Fact based, data based. Remember, fact based in the sense every government schemes which is into the news, you have to drill it further, you have to prepare in depth. Questions may be from different government schemes such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Sovereign Gold Bond, etc. Now, what are the different reports? Other than RBI notifications, there are also some important reports. These are again fact based. Recent trend in current affairs is that report 1 plus report 2 and even in future report 3, that is combination of report may be asked. So combination of report may be asked. So it's very important, go through these important reports. Now these were the reports which were important this year. Let us talk about now what are the important topics. Now nobody will give you this, take a screenshot right now. GA can be divided into 4 major topics which I told you, but it can be divided into these subtopics. National news, government schemes, state news. Here rather than agriculture and farmer welfare, write ministries. So this is ministries, defense, MOU, international news, report and indices, banking and economy, current affairs, GDP, budget and economic survey, and miscellaneous, which includes sports, books, obituaries, days, appointments. I have given 5 years here from 2023, 2022, 2021, 19 and 18. So here you could see how much marks are coming from each of the topic. Take the screenshot, you will automatically understand national news becomes important, government scheme important है, state news important है, ministry भी थोड़ा important है. Then look at it, international तो important ही है, सबसे important banking and economic current affairs है. फिर आपका reports and indices भी important है और miscellaneous के अगर out of these huge marks, at least half also if you are able to solve, that is more than enough. Economic survey and budget से हर हमेशा 2 to 4 questions are always asked. ये तो fix ही pattern है. So now you understand which topics are important, which are not. So what are the sources now? We discussed about lot of topics which are associated with current affairs, but what is the source? Remember, PIB becomes one of the very important source. इसको आप substitute. There is no substitute for PIB. RBI websites when I am talking about, yes, RBI website also has no substitute because बाकी के जो आपके RBI के notifications है वो भी इसी website पे आएंगे, right? Now related to newspaper, remember, try to read one business newspaper holistically or finance newspaper when I'm talking about. It should be definitely live mint. इसको compulsory कर दो because number of questions from live mint are very high. And along with that also add it either business standard or economic times. But ये जो second business and finance related newspaper है, you just have to skim that. Don't read that, बस skimming करनी है. Along with these two newspapers, एक आपको newspaper generic पकड़ना पड़ेगा. Okay, and that generic newspaper could be either Indian Express or either Hindu. Okay, so mark distribution here, Hindu, even Indian Express you can do. Both are good. Okay, so this is about the newspaper and the websites to figure out. Strategy when I'm talking about, right time for preparation of current affairs is very important. जिसने time मतलब the person who has lost the time, then that's definitely he is going to lose majorly. The problem happens when exam is just after 5 to 6 months or maybe 4 months, and then everyone wakes up कि current affairs prepare करना है, I want to prepare current affairs, and then what they do? Simply they just do monthly current affairs. They try to cover that current affairs in one chug. Okay, एक ही बार बैठेंगे and they said to themselves that I will sit for 15 hours and I will complete 2 to 3 months of current affairs. Such type of current affairs when you are trying to consuming heavy data, heavy fact, it is but obvious कि आप भूलोगे मतलब भूलोगे. You will not be able to recreate this current affairs in your examination. That is why right time is very important. You have 365 days, of which I am telling that only prepare for 8 months current affairs. So therefore begin now. That would be the best thing. जितने जल्दी प्रिपेयर करना स्टार्ट करोगे उतना इजी लगेगा एंड दैट मच क्विकली यू विल grasp the current affairs, and that much easy you will prepare notes and revise it. Identify the important areas when we are talking about. I showed you which are the important topics. Pick those and prepare according to those topics only. Study with the right orientation. The orientation can be given not by any person or anything like that, but simple thing which you have handy is past year questions or previous year questions. Follow right sources. I have given right sources to you. Practicing MCQs a lot after preparation. If you complete 1 month's current affairs, practice more MCQs as well as revise the current affairs for that month. Okay, planning weekly for week to week for current affairs as well as one month is completed, then revising and practicing tests. This is very fundamental in current affairs preparation. So one-stop solution for your current affairs preparation, if we at Oliveboard, if you are telling, then we are providing 3 magazines. One magazine is PIB magazine, second is government scheme magazine, and third is current affairs magazine. We are having magazines on our platform. You can go and check it out. These are in test sections. Go and check them. From January, we are having all the magazines. Look at the quality. ये page है. This is the index, and this is the quality of the notes which we provide. So these magazines were very important, and this played a major role in the phase 1 and phase 2 exam this year for the students. We have reviews with us. That is why I would suggest you one time go and definitely check this magazine out. You will understand that you don't need to go anywhere else. आपको कुछ खोलने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है. Here the content team is preparing these magazines for you. And this is one-stop magazine which has created its name in the regulatory bodies domain. There are various other magazines, but the rate of which questions are asked in exams are very less from those. So it is nothing but wasting your time. Here you will see that major of the questions definitely repeat in the exam. Next, for all the students who are again preparing for RBI Grade B 2025, there is a huge opportunity for all of you. We have launched Mega Scholarship Challenge on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, which is 26th and 27th of October for RBI Grade B 2025 candidates. It's the thing, it is full free of cost. It is free. You just have to register yourself. In the description of this video, the link has been given. Go put your email ID and register yourself. Registration is completely free. You can give the exam either on 26 or 27. Now, after your exam, you will get a detailed analysis, ranking, and if you have scored really great, then based on your performance, you will get up to 60% of scholarship on all our RBI Grade B 2025 courses. This is very essential. So here, it's a huge opportunity for 2 things. First, you can get scholarship also. Second, you can understand that what is your overall preparation. Where do you lie? Where do you stand? It is for freshers also as well as veterans also. So if you think that you have been eliminated in RBI exam either in phase 1 or phase 2, or if you are a fresh student, for all you guys, this is a great opportunity. Exam के बाद generally हमारा overall preparation, it goes into stagnation. But this is your good opportunity which you can definitely try to make gold out of it. Okay, so it's all about that. Yes, if any questions are there related to registration, in the comment section you can mention that. But yes, in the description link is given. Go quickly, register yourself and give the test. And yes, more marks you get, more scholarship you get. Thank you very much. See you next time.